Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Sister Wives star Christine Brown is putting the final touches on her upcoming memoir. It's getting real. Grimacing face, Brown, 53, wrote via Instagram on Thursday, July 24th, along with hashtags of her name, new book release, Sister Wives, and Empowered Women Empower Women. Brown also uploaded footage of herself recording the audio version of the book. A camera crew followed Cody Brown leaving that day, too. He rushed home to Robyn Brown, Christine read aloud, referring to her ex-husband and his fourth wife. He needed to check in on, I don't know, the kids or her feelings about my labor. Cody, now 56, started courting Robyn, now 46, when third wife Christine was pregnant with their youngest daughter, Truly. Cody, a father of 18, and Christine split in 2021. Cody separated from fellow wives Mary and Janelle Brown, respectively, in 2022. After more than 25 years together, Cody and I have grown apart, and I have made the difficult decision to leave, Christine wrote via Instagram in November 2021. We will continue to be a strong presence in each other's lives as we parent our beautiful children and support our wonderful family. At this time, we ask for your grace and kindness as we navigate through this stage within our family. Thanks for your understanding and compassion. Christine, who shares 6 children with Cody, has since been candid about the pair's breakup. The thing that I struggled with most is when I feel like I don't have a say, or when I feel like I'm not as important or things like that, Christine exclusively told Us Weekly in March 2021. Anytime we've had major decisions, I go through a time where I'm like, does my opinion really even matter here? That's when we struggle the most, is when I feel like I don't really have a say, or I don't really have an opinion. According to Christine, she didn't feel like an equal partner in her relationship. Christine later married David Woolley in 2023, telling us the next year that she's happier than she's ever been. We're totally a partnership, Christine told us in October 2024. I absolutely love monogamy. I was made for it. David and I just synced up our lives together, and I feel like we've accomplished so much. We've just had a blast, and it's just been wonderful being loved and loving. It's just been amazing. Janelle exposed. All assets are hers to contribute, but why will Robyn still get a share? In the swirling aftermath of Sister Wives' most explosive revelations yet, a truth has finally come crashing to the surface. Janelle Brown owns the majority of the assets she once contributed to the Brown family's communal wealth. Every savings account, every piece of land, every modest but hard-earned dollar that she poured into their vision of plural family life legally belongs to her. And yet, in a move that has fans fuming and her fellow wives stunned, it now appears Robyn Brown may still walk away with a share. Yes, Robyn, the fourth wife, the one who arrived long after Janelle had already spent decades sacrificing for the Brown name, the one many fans believe tore the original structure apart from the inside. And now, the woman who, despite contributing the least, may walk away with a financial gain that defies logic, justice, and loyalty.
But why?
How is this possible? And what does this say about everything the Brown family ever stood for? To understand this jaw-dropping development, we must rewind to the early days of Sister Wives, when the Browns lived in a modest Lehigh, Utah home, bound together by faith, unity, and a shared dream. Janelle, with her practical mind and calm disposition, was the family's quiet workhorse. While Mary and Christine focused on child-rearing and homemaking, Janelle was out working full-time, sometimes 2 jobs at once, tirelessly building the family's financial foundation. She managed the family's bank accounts, filed taxes, invested in real estate ideas, and even spearheaded the infamous Las Vegas property venture when the family decided to buy 4 separate homes. Janelle never complained. Not when her name was left off multiple deeds. Not when Cody prioritized Robyn's needs. Not when Christine fled with little more than her dignity, and certainly not when Cody made it clear that Janelle's opinion mattered less and less. She swallowed her pride.
She gave.
And she believed that one day, her sacrifices would lead to a collective future. But that future was a lie. Because while Janelle was pouring her assets into the communal pot, Robyn was making side deals. It has now come to light that Robyn's home, the infamous mansion in Flagstaff, is solely in her name and Cody's. While the other wives remained renters, living in RVs, or in Janelle's case, scraping together retirement funds just to survive, Robyn secured permanent housing, legal protection, and control over the family narrative. Janelle, who helped make that possible by freeing up Cody's income through her own financial independence, received no such guarantee. And here's the kicker. The family's LLC, which controlled much of the shared land and income, was never evenly distributed. Despite Janelle contributing nearly half of the startup capital, her legal standing in the LLC was later diluted in favor of Robyn and Cody's marital interests. When Janelle finally sat down with a financial advisor, something she heartbreakingly admitted she hadn't done sooner due to trusting the system, she discovered the staggering truth. Nearly all of her monetary contributions were traceable back to accounts still legally under her control. In other words, Janelle had the power to reclaim it all. Every dollar she contributed to building Coyote Pass. Every cent she poured into Cody's retirement accounts. Every personal loan she made to help Robyn clear her debts. It all came from her. So, why on earth is Robyn still entitled to a share? The answer is both simple and maddening. Cody. While Janelle may own the funds, Cody, who still shares legal ties with her in various tax filings, real estate ventures, and the defunct LLC, insists that Robyn is entitled to a portion because she is his legal wife. And because the Brown family once functioned as a spiritual unit, assets were commingled in a way that makes untangling ownership murky, if not impossible. Even if Janelle kept receipts, Cody insists those funds were gifts to the family, not loans, not investments. But fans and lawyers alike are calling foul. In newly leaked emails between the family and their legal team, leaks that have rocked Reddit and fan forums alike, it's revealed that Robyn and Cody lobbied for Robyn's debts, including her massive credit card bills from her pre-Brown marriage, to be absorbed by the family account in 2013. Janelle initially objected, but under pressure from Cody, who insisted it was what God wanted, she agreed to contribute a portion of her estate to help. That portion ended up being over $80,000, according to insiders close to the production crew. And yet Robyn has never repaid that amount, nor has she acknowledged it publicly. Instead, she has painted herself as the faithful, sacrificial wife holding the family together. But the receipts say otherwise. Now that Janelle knows the truth, she's furious. But not just at Robyn. She's furious at herself. For years, she believed in the principle of one family, many hearts, the vision that they were building together. But the moment she saw Robyn's name on all the titles, when she realized that none of her contributions were secured in writing, that her trust had been used as currency, it broke something deep inside her. In the latest season, viewers watched as Janelle finally confronted Cody. "You keep saying we're a family," she said through tears, "but you made damn sure that only one woman walked away with anything real." Cody, cornered, responded with chilling indifference. "I did what was best for the wife who stayed." And there it is. Robyn gets a share not because she earned it, not because she sacrificed more, not because the math makes sense. She gets it because she won. She stayed. She married Cody legally. She secured her name on property. She played the long game. And now, thanks to decades of commingled assets and emotional manipulation, she stands to benefit from Janelle's hard work, possibly even walking away with a portion of Janelle's retirement, unless legal action stops it. But Janelle is done playing nice. She's hired a forensic accountant. She's retained a separate attorney. She's combing through every financial document, every transfer, every family purchase made with her funds. And word is, she's planning to sue both Cody and Robyn, not just for breach of trust, but for restitution. Fans have rallied behind her, calling for TLC to launch a spin-off centered around Janelle's financial freedom journey, a comeback saga where the underestimated wife finally reclaims her life. In the meantime, Janelle's social media is lighting up with cryptic messages like "Truth always finds a light" and It's never too late to reclaim what's yours. She's not hiding anymore. She's not sacrificing anymore. And she's certainly not letting Robyn walk away with her legacy. In this new era of sister wives, one thing is crystal clear. Janelle built the foundation. Robyn moved into the mansion. As the dust settles on the initial bombshell, that Janelle Brown, the resilient, unshakable second wife, actually owns the lion's share of the Brown family's assets, the question dominating every headline and fan forum remains the same. Why is Robyn still getting a cut? In a just world, Robyn, the least tenured, least contributing, and most controversial of the four wives, would be packing her bags and answering hard questions about her history of debt, dependency, and destruction. But instead, she's living in a fully paid-off $900,000 home, clinking glasses with Cody while Janelle struggles to separate what's hers from the wreckage of the family she helped build. To understand why Robyn is still poised to benefit from Janelle's lifetime of labor, we need to look deeper into the tangled legal loopholes, the weaponized spiritual teachings, and the years of silent manipulation that laid the groundwork for Robyn's quiet financial takeover. Janelle the architect, the woman who funded the Brown family vision. It's no exaggeration to say that Janelle was the financial engine behind the Brown family for decades. Unlike Mary, whose income remained modest, or Christine, who largely served as the family's domestic backbone, Janelle was out grinding. From early careers in business management to later roles in real estate, investing, and project management, Janelle worked around the clock while raising her own children and helping support the others. Her financial sense is what led the Browns to Las Vegas, what kept the utilities on when Cody's MLM schemes flopped, and what made land purchases like Coyote Pass even possible. The most jarring twist? Much of the land technically sits in Cody and Robyn's name, or in the Brown Family LLC, an LLC that Janelle helped fund but was quietly pushed out of. According to multiple reports and leaked filings, Cody used Robyn's legal marriage as a technical maneuver to reframe ownership, offering security for the legal wife, while claiming it was just for the paperwork. Janelle, ever the team player at the time, didn't argue.
Now, she knows she should have.
The paper trail, how Robyn leveraged the system to secure it all. Robyn's financial entanglements with the Browns began long before she married Cody. She entered the family with substantial debt, childcare, credit cards, medical bills from her first marriage, all of which, according to court documents and interviews, were absorbed by the Brown family's communal funds. And who, exactly, had funds to absorb them?
Janelle.
For years, fans asked why Robyn, who didn't work full-time, who often appeared to avoid labor-intensive child-rearing, and who wasn't contributing financially, seemed to enjoy the most comfortable lifestyle. Now we know she maneuvered herself into legal marital status with Cody, then pushed for real estate consolidation in her name. Her mansion in Flagstaff was paid for using equity pulled from other family properties, including some Janelle had been paying into for years. What's more, insiders say that Robyn was instrumental in creating a tiered ownership structure within the Brown Family LLC that favored legal spouse protections, meaning if things ever unraveled, Robyn would be covered. The others? Not so much. Cody's role in the Robyn enrichment plan. Cody's favoritism has never been subtle, but financially, it's been devastatingly calculated. While he claimed everything shared, he consistently pushed resources toward Robyn's household. When Janelle lived in an RV on Coyote Pass, struggling with generators, septic issues, and desert storms, Robyn lived in a mansion with walk-in closets, high ceilings, and dual ovens, fully protected by insurance and paid property taxes.
Why?
Because Cody prioritized her comfort, her stability, and her children above the others. When confronted, Cody defended his actions by saying, "Robyn is the only one still committed to the family." But commitment isn't measured in who stuck around. It's measured in who sacrificed, who built, and who endured. By that metric, Janelle should be the one living in a secured home, not fearing that her retirement savings were absorbed into a system built to reward Robyn's proximity to Cody's name. Emotional manipulation and spiritual gaslighting, the real power play. One of the most insidious pieces of this entire situation isn't financial, it's psychological. Over the years, Robyn has positioned herself as the peacemaker, the one who loves all the wives, and the woman who's just doing what's best for the family. But many now believe that Robyn used emotional manipulation, combined with spiritual guilt, to convince the other wives to tolerate unequal treatment. When Janelle questioned the balance of power, she was told to trust the process, to be patient, and to see the bigger picture. Behind the scenes, Cody reinforced this dynamic, repeatedly praising Robyn's obedience, while chastising Janelle for being too independent. In effect, Janelle was punished for her strength, and Robyn was rewarded for submission. And when Cody began talking about sacred reorganization, of assets to protect the legal structure, he framed it as God's will. But it was Robyn's will that was truly being served. Why Robyn still gets a share, the cold legal truth. Despite the moral outrage, Robyn's entitlement boils down to 3 brutal legal realities. Legal marriage to Cody. As Cody's only legal wife, Robyn is entitled to joint marital assets, even those acquired before her marriage, if they were transferred or restructured post-nuptials. Shared LLC interest. Even with questionable contributions, Robyn is still listed on the Brown Family LLC as a partial owner, which entitles her to payouts if the business or land is sold, even if the funds originated with Janelle. Cody's consent over property distribution. Because Cody is the principal on many of the deeds, his consent is required for redistribution, something he is clearly unwilling to grant unless Robyn gets a favorable outcome.